when we read Kline, to see the tremendous influence of Vos upon him, and it's like things just unfold before you. He had some strange God-given ability to see things in the text that many of us couldn't see. I had another person who was kind of cautiously sympathetic or cautiously appreciative of Kline, and he said a third of Kline is absolute genius, but the problem is figuring out which third. Now, I'm not so pessimistic on Kline on that regard, but I kind of understood what he was saying. Because if you come as an uninitiated person, just pick up something like God, Heaven, and Harmageddon and just read it out of the blue, it sounds like science fiction. I mean, just the way he talks. But when we start to understand what he's doing and from the text, oh, this is like Vos 2.0. He just picks up right where Vos was and just goes into, the new frontier with it.
Yeah, the Blaine is so much more expert on Klein than I am, but I can definitely see Voss's footprints on the commentary on Job, which is we talked about Stonehouse earlier and what he did with the Matthew, Mark, and Luke. That's literally what Kline is doing with Job. Kline makes a statement in there in that commentary that in regard to these poetic utterances and these that what you have is a theology being written, and there's a historicity but a theology, and what he's getting you to is this Job is moving you along to where will you confess God to be your only good even in the middle of the night. I think that's chapter 35 or so. That's like every sermon that Vos preaches.
Yeah.
It's I mean, so when you read that Job commentary, I just think of Vos because that's what he's doing there. But the other one, obviously, is Image of the Spirit. Images of the Spirit is
it's one of my
really
favorites.
going to the Old Testament with what Vos did in the New Testament with eschatology, the Pauline eschatology.